Hey, hope you're doing amazing. Got a super important word from God about forgiveness. You know, people don't often talk about how strong the spirit of unforgiveness is and how easily resentment and anger and bitterness can weave their way into our lives and completely destroy us. And if you're a Christian, then you know how big of a proponent Jesus was of forgiveness, right? You could argue that our entire belief system is anchored upon the forgiveness that God has showed us and the grace he has given those who turn from their sins and turn to him and ask for that forgiveness. And an obvious example of this is in Matthew chapter 18, right? Verse 21, when Peter goes to Jesus and says, Lord, how many times must I forgive my brother who sins against me? 7 times? And Jesus replies, I tell you not 7 times, but 77 times. In other words, Jesus is saying to make your supply of grace endless, even if the person whom you are forgiving has done nothing really to deserve your forgiveness. And this is how our Lord has forgiven us and how he wants us to reflect that forgiveness to others. But I have a question for you. So if forgiveness and grace is from God, then where does this unforgiveness come from? I'll answer since you can't answer through the screen. But it comes from the devil. I wholeheartedly believe that the spirit of unforgiveness is a demonic spirit, right? I have witnessed with my own eyes people who physically could not forgive someone on their own and who prayed and asked God to forgive them and help them to forgive the person who has done them wrong. And it was one of the most insane deliverance experiences I have ever seen because that spirit just came out. And you may be saying, well, you have no idea how badly this person has wronged me or the extent of the pain this person has caused me. And be that as it may, if God is putting someone in your heart right now that you need to pray for and you need to forgive, please do not ignore God's voice at this time. And just remember that an unforgiving heart is a win for the devil. The enemy has got you right in the chains that he wants you to. And it's pulling you away from the heart of Jesus. And I promise you right now that if you do ask God for his grace and forgiveness in helping you forgive the person who has wronged you, you cannot even imagine the amount of freedom that comes with that. God bless.